All right, here we go with 6th grade Excel. This is lesson number 51. Today we're going to be learning about multiplying decimals. Whenever decimal numbers are involved in multiplication, the number of decimal places in the product will equal the sum of the decimal places in the numbers being multiplied. What all that means is, when I do this decimal multiplication problem, $42.18, there are two numbers after the decimal point here. This number 4 has no numbers after the decimal point. So 2 places here, none here. That makes 2 in my answer. Here I've got one decimal point number, one number after the decimal point, and there's none up here. So that makes 1 in my final answer. Let's say I'm multiplying 3.45 times 0.06. If I was to do that multiplication problem, there are 2 here and 2 here. In addition and subtraction, we just brought the decimal point straight down. We don't do that in multiplication. What we're going to do, let's get rid of that. What we're going to do instead is say that there's 2 decimal spots here. There are 2 decimal spots here. And so my answer is going to have 4 decimal spots. Whatever I get down here as an answer, I'm going to move the decimal point over 4 places and put it right there, because 2 for the top number and 2 for the bottom number. And it gives you that explanation down here below. Let's go ahead and keep moving on. It says, when multiplying by a number with 2 or more digits, the decimal point does not appear in the partial products. Only insert the decimal point at the end of the process. Here's 1.07 times 7.4. This top number has 2 numbers after the decimal point, 1 number after the decimal point there. That makes a total of 3 altogether, 3 decimal places, and you can see that the decimal point has been moved over 3 spots from the right. There are 3 numbers after the decimal point in the answer. Notice that no decimal points have been placed in here as you're doing the problem. Here's another problem like that, 6.52.28, like the last problem that I just showed you on the previous page. You have 2 here, 2 here, and that's a total of 4. So this answer has 4 numbers after the decimal point. Alrighty, now what we're going to do is do some actual problems. So we'll do this first one together. Get ready to write on your paper as I'm doing this. So we're just going to kind of ignore the decimal point at first. We're going to do 7 times 6 is 42, carry the 4, just like traditional multiplication problems. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 4 is 28, carry the 2. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20. All right, and then we're going to move the decimal point over. This number here has no decimal point in it, so that has 0 places. This has one number, 0.6, one number on the right side of the decimal point. So altogether, we're going to have one number on the right side of the decimal point in our answer. So all I have to do is make sure that that 2, that's the one digit. It's on the right side of the decimal. You put the decimal there, and you've got 1 decimal place in your answer. So the answer is 208.2, or 208 2/10. All right, why don't you pause the video, try number 6 on your own, and then turn it back on when you're ready to see the solution. What you should have done first is just multiplied without even paying any attention to the decimal. We got 5 times 3 is 15, carry the 1. 8 times 3, 24, plus 1 is 25. Carry the 2. 7 times 3, 21, plus 2 is 23. And then there are 3 numbers on the right side here, no numbers on the right side there, so we have to have 3 numbers on the right side in our answer. So the decimal point goes right there, 2.355, or 2 355 thousandths. All right, pause the video, go ahead and do 7 through 9, all 3 of these. Turn the video back on when you're ready to see the solutions to these problems. All right, you should have done 4 times 1 is 4, 7 times 1 is 7, and then with double-digit multiplication, we have to put the placeholder. We're done multiplying this, and we do 74 times 5 now. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 2 is 37. Add these two numbers together, 4773. And then over here we have, let me get the eraser out so we can see a little bit better. Uh-oh, messed it up. Okay, that should be a 4 right there. So we have one number here on the right side of the decimal and 2 numbers right there on the right side of the decimal. So that makes a total of 3 numbers on the right side of the decimal point. So in our answer, we have to have 3 numbers on the right side of the decimal point. It goes right there. Number 8, 9 times 3 is 27. Carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. 0 placeholder. Scribble that out so I don't accidentally use it again. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Add my 2 partial products together. And there's 1 number on the right side of the decimal point in the question, which means 1 number in the answer on the right side of the decimal point. The answer is 112.7 or 112 and 7/10. 8 times 6 is 48. Carry the 4. 8 times 6 again is 48. Plus 4 is 52. 5 times 6 is 30. Plus 5 is 35. I'm going to scribble these out so I don't use them again on accident. 0 here. 8 times 4 is 32. Carry the 3. 8 times 4 again is 32. Plus 3 is 35. Carry the 3. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 3 is 23. 8, 4, 10. Carry the 1. 7, 2. 1, 2, 3. 4 numbers on the right side of the decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And so the decimal point would go right there. 2.7048 is your answer. All right, thanks for watching.